If I just sum up my parenting experience of nearly 5 years in one word, I would say overwhelming. I felt overwhelmed. I considered myself to be a fairly organized person before I had a baby. I was so excited to become a mom. It's something I had always dreamed of, and yet it was like being hit by a truck every day, multiple times a day. And the thing about parenting is that it is equally overwhelming and incredible, and there's all these complicated feelings that get tossed in the mix. Incredible love for your baby and not knowing if you're doing the right thing. I think overwhelming sums it up quite nicely. So here's the thing though, you know, parenting is super tough, it is permanently challenging, and it's wrought with a lot of different feelings. But I think there are certain things that can make it easier, and today I'm going to show you some practical ideas and tips that you can implement into your life. You really don't have to be a parent, and I would recommend that you do these things without having a child. You don't need a child to do them. I just had to learn the hard way. And these simple strategies can help you feel more organized, just feel less overwhelmed, get more down to the whelmed level. Whelmed? Is that a word? And just feel more in control of your life, because there are a lot of things that are not in your control, but these things can be. If you're new here, my name is Julie, and I teach moms how to schedule their time, organize their lives, and change their mindsets so that they can focus on what matters most to them and their family. If you haven't already, please go ahead, click the subscribe button, the little bell notification, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get started. I said this video was going to be practical, and I'm not kidding, because we are going to start off by talking about soap. Yeah, soap. It's actually kind of topical these days, considering you have to wash your hands 700 million times a day. I love soap. Let's back up. I think I've fallen in love, in love with soap. Because I've realized that it's really the simple things in life that get the job done. So I have some nice, beautiful packaged soap here from this brand called Meow Meow Tweet. And the reason I'm showing you this particular soap is this is a facial soap. So let me just show you. It says on the inside, I think is pretty apt, one of life's simplest pleasures is a bar of handmade soap. It's very gentle, it doesn't dry out your skin, and it can be used for a million different things. Obviously it can be used to take off makeup, wash your face, wash your body. I feel like if it's gentle enough to wash on my face, I could use it with my kids. You can obviously use it to wash your hands. It's amazing to travel with because, well, not that we're doing any traveling. You know what I mean? When we get back to it, it's great to travel with because it's not a liquid, it's not gonna spill everywhere. You could probably wash your clothes with it if you needed to in a pinch. It's just a bar of soap, and it's really, really useful, and it replaces so many other products. You can wash makeup brushes, you can shave with it, your partner can use it. You don't need to get 700 million products for the same thing. The thing that one thing does, and that will simplify your life. That'll save you a ton of money, but it will even more importantly save you a ton of headspace. And it's much better for the environment because there's no plastic involved with this, and there's no need to refill anything. There's no need to really throw anything away. Once you use the soap, it's done, it's gone, and it's very eco-friendly. Staying with the products and the face and the bathroom and that is makeup. I don't know about you, but I have probably spent way too much money on makeup, and the thing about makeup that gets me is that it's usually, and maybe it's me, so tell me if it's me, but when you buy makeup, you usually buy a container of something like blush or eyeshadow or bronzer or even foundation maybe, that you never end up using before it kind of goes off or it crumbles. Makeup has a shelf life, and it also causes a lot of bacteria because you take mascara for an example, you take the mascara wand out, you put it on your eyes, the bacteria from your eyelashes goes back into the mascara brush and the little container, and then, you know, it sits there and it just ruminates for a while, then you do it again the next day or whatever. You should be changing out your makeup every 3 months. Something like eyeshadow, it's going to take you years to use up an eyeshadow palette, but you probably should have discarded that makeup way before then. I would really recommend choosing a couple of products. If you really want the diversity in different types of things, then yeah, sure, if you're going to use them. But as a mom, you know, you have less time to do yourself up and that kind of stuff. I mean, it really depends how you want to spend your time. We can get into that in a little bit. I would recommend just having a few core things, using them up, buying makeup in smaller quantities if you can. There are companies that sell makeup in smaller packaging so that you don't have to buy this massive thing of makeup and then try and use it all. And I'm this weird person, and let me know if you are the same. I don't know. I'm a weird person in general. I like to use things up and then like get rid of them. I don't like having little bits of little things everywhere. Also, I live in a small place. I don't have the space to have little bits of everything. I just want to use things up even if I don't like them. And that's not good either. So try and find, like really focus on finding 1 or 2 foundations that you really like. Try get them in sample sizes or small quantities. The eyeshadow, I mean, it's wonderful to have all these palettes of eyeshadow and that's what they want you to buy, but really how much can you use? And with little kids and things, you have like -5 minutes to get ready in the morning. So I would definitely reduce the amount of makeup that you have, go through, get rid of all the expired stuff. Look online and I can put it in the description bar, like how long things are supposed to keep, how long the shelf life of certain makeup items are, because there's certain things like if you keep your mascara for longer than 3 or 4 months, not only does it probably dry out and become all clumpy, but it also houses a lot of bacteria that you're putting into your eyeballs. Not good. Just not good. So you want to make sure that you are only buying what you need. So the next thing is clothing, and I actually plan to do a whole video on mommy wardrobes or just how to simplify your wardrobe so that you feel less overwhelmed. So let me know if you would like to see that. After I had my first child, I went through my wardrobe and I just wanted to get rid of everything. I felt so overwhelmed by trying to decide what to wear. I needed comfortable things, I needed things that washed well, I needed things that went together because, to be honest, I just did not have the brain space. I didn't want to have to figure out what goes with what and wearing complicated clothes. I wanted easy, comfortable things that still made me feel good. So a tip that I read a long time ago on a blog was to buy only black underwear and only have black underwear so that it kind of just all matched with everything. Now I think sometimes you will need to have different kinds of underwear for different kinds of outfits, but when you're a new mom and you don't want to think and you're probably going to be in leggings or jeans or something like that, black underwear works fine. But that's just an example. So I went through a phase of just having like gray, like dark gray, black and navy blue, which sounds very macabre when I think about it now, but it just helped me because everything kind of went together. So you can choose whatever colors work for you, but work on having 4 or 5 outfits that you feel good in and keep those on rotation and get rid of the fluff. Just simplify your clothes so that you can wake up in the morning and you know what you need to wear and you don't have to spend precious brain cells deciding. So then the next thing that I think you need to simplify are cleaning products. So marketers will have you believe that you need a million different types of cleaning products for all the different types of things. And in truth, we go back to our humble soap. You probably don't need much more than soap and a few other core things that I'm going to tell you about. It also depends how DIY you want to be, but you can make a lot of your own stuff at home, which will save you money. You are probably putting in far less toxic ingredients in what you make yourself. It's also very empowering to be able to make it if for some reason you can't get what you need. Bar laundry detergent, I think you need that, and I have a great recipe for a powdered laundry detergent that I have made throughout the years since I've become a parent. Maybe some dishwashing liquid, that's useful too. But other than that, you really need soap. So either that's dish soap, like liquid soap, or you can use a bar of soap for certain things. Vinegar is amazing for cleaning so many different things, and baking soda. And after that, there are other things maybe that help, like hydrogen peroxide and that kind of thing. It's useful to have at home, but you don't need much more than that. You can make a million different things with that combination of stuff. There are a million recipes on the internet of how you can make homemade window spray, which would be the same as a countertop spray, which would clean stainless steel, all this kind of stuff. And another bonus that I've realized with having children is that they want to eat everything. So if you've made your own laundry detergent or your own cleaning spray, if they want to drink the cleaning spray, which is literally vinegar and water, then, you know, it's not the end of the world. They're just going to be like, ugh. But they're not going to need to be rushed to the ER and have their stomach pumped because they just guzzled a bottle of laundry detergent. The other thing that I think is really important to simplify when you become a parent or just in life in general, depending on what you want to focus on, is meals. Have 2 or 3 meals in rotation that you know how to use really well, preferably with ingredients that have a long shelf life that can stay in your pantry, and then you can always whip up something easily. You don't have to order food, you don't have to keep finding that you're going to the grocery store all the time. So for us, we eat a lot of pasta, well, the kids eat a lot of pasta, but we always have pesto, pastas, different kinds of pastas available. Obviously pasta keeps for a long time. I make bread basically daily, which is also spurred on by coronavirus, but I have the simplest recipe to make bread. I've made it in a lot of videos before, so I will link those videos below. And then we always have bread, and you can make the dough ahead of time and freeze it so that you just literally put it in the oven and you cook the bread, which is what you would be doing anyway if you were cooking a meal. And then another go-to meal for us is some kind of like lentil curry or lentil dal, because you don't need ingredients necessarily that are ultra fresh. So lentils will keep in your pantry. You can have onions for a long time, or shallot, or that kind of stuff, and it's super easy. And then the other things that you need are kind of things that will stay in your fridge, like soy sauce or tamari, that kind of stuff. And I can leave the recipe for that down below as well. But that makes a big pot of food, and then with some rice or quinoa or something, again, these things that will keep in your pantry, you will always have a meal. And then if you want to get crazy and experiment with other food, obviously you can do that. But you have 2 or 3 core meals that are in rotation that you can just kind of whip up easily, or even make and freeze, so that your life is so much simpler and everybody knows that there is some food available. Again, all of these topics that I've spoken about can honestly be videos in and of themselves. So if you would like to see any more in-depth conversation around those topics, let me know in the comments down below. So those are 5 areas that I think you can quickly kind of simplify in your life to give you a little bit more headspace and feel calm. And I think it really comes down to what you want to focus on. So for me, I always explain this into people that you have, let's say, 100 gold coins. Okay, wouldn't that be nice to have 100 gold coins? And you can decide how you want to spend it. So you have your 100 gold coins, and you can only spend those throughout your day. That represents your energy. How much energy do you want to spend on each of these things, and what is most important? So for you, if getting ready, doing your makeup, having a large variety of makeup to choose from, or a large amount of different clothes to choose from, that gives you a lot of joy and pleasure, and you want to spend, say, 50 gold coins of your energy on getting your makeup done, or having different types of makeup and different clothes to wear, and then you spend your other 50 on your family, or being a mom, or whatever it is, but you don't do the cooking, or whatever you want to do, then that's great. Spend your 50 gold coins. But then know that you only have 50 gold coins to spend on other things. So for me, you know, I have to spend, unfortunately, I have to spend coins on work. I have to spend coins, obviously, on my family that I want to spend a lot of gold coins on, and I have to spend it on my business. And so I need to decide how many coins do I want to spend getting ready in the morning, how many coins do I want to spend choosing outfits, that kind of stuff. And I don't want to spend that many. I just want to have easy things to find, put on a little bit of makeup, put on some clothes that all go together, and spend, say, 10 or 15 gold coins on that element of my life, and spend more time maybe developing new recipes or creating more videos or that kind of stuff. So I think it's important that you decide for yourself what things do you really want to focus on, and what areas can you really simplify. For me, yes, I love skincare products, and I have definitely bought too many in my lifetime, but now I'm trying to really simplify so that I go back to just using soap, to using something for my hair, and to have a little bit of minimalist kind of makeup, so that I can spend my energy, my coins, on the things that matter most to me right now. So hopefully there'll come a time when I will be spending more gold coins on my appearance, but now is not that time. Alright guys, so that is it for today. Let me know how you like to spend your gold coins in the comments down below, or what areas you want to really simplify. I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe. Don't forget to click subscribe if you haven't already, check the notification bell, like this video, and I will